great times. It's the one and only homie Chef, aka Wings912 on IG. That's WINGZZ912 on Instagram. Looking at me, got an almighty shoe review. Appreciate y'all showing love and tapping in. If this is your first time, please go ahead and subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can stay tuned and tapped into the content. Give a thumbs up to keep me in the algorithm, and if you feel compelled, leave a comment. And by any means, you're more than encouraged to share this. Please tell the world I'm outside and I love sneakers. You know what I'm saying? Thank you in advance. Shout out to the Breakfast Club, one and only homies, the Goon Squad. Today is the birthday of one of the Breakfast Club members and a good bro to me, you know what I mean? My boy Squeeze. Shout out to Squeeze, you know what I mean? Happy G-Day, my guy. You know it's during the week and we both working, but we're going to find a way to turn up and enjoy ourselves. So enjoy yours, bro. You know what I mean? But today, we're going to talk about a few things before we actually get into the shoe review. First thing I want to talk about is this automatic W that sneakers is giving out. Yes, sneakers are giving out automatic Ws. Now, I think the dates range, if I'm not mistaken, from February 20th to March the 20th, and they have a lot of shoes that are coming out. So if you are actually selected to get one of these automatic Ws, you just go ahead and pick the shoe that's coming out during that time of release, and boom, you in the game. You got a W, you know what I mean? Now, I don't know the criteria of what it takes to get one of these automatic Ws, but a lot of people are looking around, and it's kind of funny to me that they want to have that automatic W situation, considering that Galaxy foams are releasing on the 21st, and that is one of the hottest shoes right now. So it's a lot going on, man, and I really don't know how this goes, but you know, I'm entering the I'm entering on the sneakers app along with a million and one raffles, and I know everybody's done the same. So if you get that automatic W from sneakers, man, congrats, I guess, you know. But for people to sit up there and suggest this is the Nike's way of getting into reselling, that just sounds stupid, and you really don't know anything about sneakers. So please stop saying bullshit for clickbait and then get traffic. It's dumb. Like, I'm sorry, you know what I mean? Speaking of raffles, this is about to be crazy. But I got in a raffle for Joe Fresh Goods because he has a shoe coming out called the Aged Well New Balance 992 that's made in the US. And I've been following Joe Fresh Goods for a while, especially with his New Balance collabs. They've been going crazy. And yeah, finally got me a W, y'all. So please stay tuned, stay tapped in. Go ahead and lock in with the subscription and notification bell so you can get a look at this shoe, because this shoe is gorgeous. You know what I'm saying? I've already been a fan of the 992s for a while, but I wanted somebody spin on it. Like, you know what I mean? I needed somebody fresh, and Joe Fresh Goods has been killing it for the last 5 years with New Balance. He wasn't supposed to have that much of a deal, but he's been winning, and now New Balance is winning, and we had a nice little celebration with this one, and I just can't wait. I'm so grateful. So thank you to Joe Fresh Goods for putting out such a good shoe, and thank you to the EQL raffle because I hit, like, it's crazy. And speaking of all of that, like, it's a lot just going on, man. It's just so much going on in sneakers, but please stay tuned, stay tapped in. I'm gonna have information for you. Now, this particular review that I'm getting into, I've had for a while, but I held on to it. And I held on to it because we're coming up on March, and March is Air Max month, and this Air Max is particularly different. And I'm seeing that Nike has a couple things coming behind this one, but I wanted to look at it and compare it to a couple of Air Maxes that I already have. As you can see, we got some ones already up here, but we're gonna look at this Air Max one in particular. But never mind the small talk, we know how we rock. First thing we do is we get it to the box. Whew. And I know a lot of people don't know this logo, so because it's looking kind of different. So I'm gonna switch around to this one. And if you still don't understand this logo, I'll give it to you in words, you know what I'm saying, with letters. And everybody knows what dot swoosh is, you know what I'm saying? Nike's digital line that kind of came around, the NFT little boom, and needless to say, they're still sticking around. But the colors read white, university red. And I present to you the Air Max 1 Low Poly. Low? We're gonna look at that. We're gonna think about that for a little bit. Maybe we got something developing with that Air Max 1 Low. It's different. Let me find out they got some Air Max 1 highs. But yeah. Such a nice shoe. And now that we got this in hand, let's get into it. Launched exclusively through Swoosh, Nike's Web3 platform, the Nike Air Max 1 Low Poly pays tribute to retro gaming culture. Inspired by the OG 1987 colorway, this pair features polygonal lines throughout the upper, constructed from a breathable white mesh with gray synthetic suede overlay. Red synthetic suede appears on the signature swoosh and mudguard, marked with an embroidered white mini swoosh on the lateral side. Inside the shoe, custom insoles are printed with a hidden message that reads, "If you made it this far, go touch grass." Crazy. So yes, these are some dope shoes, plus they come with an extra pair of laces. All right. So Nike and Air Max 1 have been doing a lot. Last year was the year of the big bubble. Every Air Max 1 that came out really had a big bubble on it. Whether it was the OG, they had some limited number pairs, so on and so forth. But they were really going hard with the big bubble. But this particular shoe was dropped from Swoosh in October, and it was pushed by Kai Cenat. Now, granted, Kai Cenat isn't the biggest sneaker enthusiast, but I know he has a big following and he's in the digital world with his streaming. So Nike's partnership with him kind of made sense, but nevertheless, this is still an amazing shoe, man. And Nike had a nice little push with Swoosh with the game, and he was just going back to the 8-bit, and it was a lot that was going on, and they had these up for pre-order. These weren't released as a GR or anything like this. This was just if you were a Swoosh member and you wanted to be a part of this, and you can get involved. Now, I've been trying to get my hands on a Swoosh shoe for a while. We had the Tonnage. This is not a JPEG. And then we had the 404 era Air Force One lows, and that was all patentless. And then they had the rare ones that were numbered. And I struck out all three, but needless to say, I jumped on these because I really like these, and the fact that pre-order, you had to order them at least 120. It took 120 days to produce these, so they only made what was ordered. There was nothing else. So this is probably not going to be a GR for a few years, if at all. We don't know. But yeah, these are a little different, and they have a little rarity to them, you know? But for all those at home that are Air Max fans, of course, you know, I had to bring along the others to make a comparison. The first thing that we're going to compare this Air Max 1 Poly to is the Air Max Big Bubble. Then when you sit up here and you come around to the heel of it, it looks like the Poly has a deeper cut on the heel, which is a little crazy. And not only that, but with the Nike Air and where the gray is just a little bit bigger. Like, it just seems like the 86 Big Bubble is just a bigger shoe all the way around, through and through. Everything is just a lot more bigger, gigantic almost, if you will. Even down to the tongue tags, definitely a big difference in that. The one on the Air Max 86 Big Bubble is a lot longer and larger, and then, you just got the difference in the script, or the stitching of it, and it's crazy. I also did another comparison of the shoe, which was pretty fun, and that was with my sketch to stitch. Now, the sketch to stitch is a concept, and it was the concept of the shoe. So they took a lot of the schematics of the drawings of the original Air Max 1, not Big Bubble, but just Air Max 1 from Tinker Hatfield, and they went ahead and applied it to the shoe, and it has so much different things that are just standout difference. And the first thing I want to talk about is when you look at the toe box of the shoe, the Poly has a piece that the stitch doesn't, the original sketch to stitch doesn't have. And I found that kind of funny, but that was kind of dope too, But a lot of the same things that are different on the Air Max Big Bubble and Poly is different from the Air Max sketch to stitch. When you look at the heel, it just looks like it's a deeper cut on the Air Max 1 Poly, but then not only that, the cut of each shoe is a little bit higher on the ankle overall. So that's a big difference that I'm already noticing. And then not only that, the bubble's the same, midsole's the same, and a lot of other things are pretty much intact. That's the same with this shoe, But that heel and just the cut of the shoe being bigger with the Poly than the sketch to stitch is one of the biggest and noticeable differences that I see. However, the fit is still true to size, and you could go ahead and rock this shoe in whatever size that you usually wear. It feels really, really good to touch, and even on a lot of other things, this is a really amazing shoe. I like this concept of this shoe. Nike is not done with the Poly though. They have a pair that are coming in Donkey Kong colorway, and I'm excited about those. And then there was a little leak of a teal one that they feel is kind of inspired by Lara Croft and Tomb Raider. I don't know, but if they drop that, I'm for sure getting it, man, because like I said, I love Air Max 1s, and although I have the 86 Big Bubble and the OG, I was kind of thrown off at so many good colorways coming out last year. They had 86 Big Bubble, and I just felt like they OD'd on the Big Bubble. Don't get me wrong, I like it. Nostalgia, a shoe that we never got before, but I could have left it at the OG. I did not have to go that hard. And do as much as you did and give us as many pairs as you did. But, you know, it's Nike, and it's all good. It's all love. All right, so we do know that March is Air Max 1 month, but we have a lot of big releases that are coming out that I feel are going to overshadow them. Flu games come on March the 1st, and then between the 14th to the 18th, you have the Navy SB4s, and that's what's going to get so much talk from everybody. But Air Max month is a tradition, and I love Air Maxes, whether they're the 1s, 95s, 90s, 97s, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm a fan of Air Maxes. I have an assorted collection of them, and I'm definitely going to try to give you 31 days of Air Maxes this year. I always get bogged down, get caught up, but this year, I'm locked in. 31 days of Air Max. From the 1st on Saturday all the way through, you know? And this shoe is definitely inspiring of it, and I love this one. So let's talk about the pros and cons. Pros and cons of this shoe is the materials are dope. Textbook Air Max 1, you know, all the way through and through. Everything feels good. Mud guard, the nylon mesh, all of that. Like, it feels great. It looks great. Okay, resale of this shoe. I really didn't expect this shoe to have a resale, but however, you just got a bunch of hype beasts that are greedy, kind of corny. You know what I'm saying? So you buy a pre-order shoe that's only could pre-order, and y'all really want to sell them on like those prices I've seen, especially in my size, were close to 200. So pretty much maybe 225 after fees. If you're interested in wanting to own this, because I feel like this is a very good collector's piece for a lot of people that are in the shoes, especially being in the Air Maxes. I don't know what shoes coming out for Air Max Day this year. However, you know I'm going to be tuned to tap in. I've missed a numerous amount. I missed the blueprints, and then not only that, but I missed last year's pair. So I'm on the hunt this year, and it's really important that I actually get these Air Max 1s if they release a pair for Air Max month. So we'll keep our ears to the ground, and if I find out anything, I'll let y'all know first. But yeah, man, Air Max is a staple in sneaker history, not just Nike history, but sneaker culture history. And the only wishful thinking that I have for these is please bring them out in royal blue Nike. Like, I need these in royal blue. Definitely need these in royal blue. But nevertheless, appreciate y'all. You already know how I feel, man. I keep Air Max. I have a ton. Black History Air Max. Y'all see these, the concepts. I got concepts. The DNAs. Like, I love my running shoes, you know. And Nike is definitely getting back in the game because, you know, running is where I feel they lost a lot of people. New Balance, Saucony, they jumped out there, they stepped up. Adidas has already kind of had a little hold on it. And on Cloud, there's a ton of brands that are getting into the running game and kind of giving Nike a little run for their money. So Nike's bouncing back, bringing a nice little twist to classic silhouettes. And then not only that, but we also have the updated versions. They have the new Air Max D8s, you know what I mean? They're going crazy. DN8s, I'm sorry. Nike has the Air Max DN8s, and they've been going crazy, dropping colorway after colorway after colorway. And not only that, but where it is, they got a $100 runner that looks pretty good, you know, mixing some old school looks from the 90s with, you know, new technology and running shoes, and everybody's saying they're pretty good. So we're going to see how that goes. You know what I mean? We're going to see how that goes. But yeah, one more look at these, because I'm digging these, and I held on to these long enough, and I could have bust them out for Valentine's Day, but I went with a different shoe. But nevertheless, these fire, y'all. So I don't know if you're interested, and I feel like you should, especially if you're a sneaker collector and an enthusiast of the culture. Get on GOAT and get one of them bums pairs, because they don't know, and they don't appreciate kicks and the art, and more importantly, the culture, you know. But when it comes to these, the Air Max 1 Low, Got to see if there's a high coming. But Air Max 1 low poly. I'm gonna get these a 9. I might. I'll give him a 10. I'll give him a 10. You know what? I'm trying not to be like that, but if I like a shoe and I feel like it's a classic, man, whatever. This is dope, man. I like the little spin that they put on them, and more importantly, you know, OG colorway, that red and that white. You can't beat that, man. But nice little tweaks on it for the sake of the 8-bit and 16-bit gaming, and you know, I'm paying homage to that. And you know, y'all got this off Nike. Y'all really did. This is going to be a head turner. A lot of people already know the Air Max 1 colorway. You know, OG colorway. So that's the first thing that's going to make them look. But then when they see the sharp edges, they're going to ask questions, and you get to break it down and have a little story with them. You know. So yeah, what y'all think, man? Tension worthy? Yay or nay? Get in the comments and let me know, man. I ain't hating. I ain't even mad at y'all. But as always, appreciate y'all tuning in, tapping in, showing love. Please keep your family, friends, loved ones close. Positive energy. Keep them squares about your circle. You already know how it go, man. You know what I mean? Stay focused, stay low, stay hydrated, stay hustling, get you some paper, and more importantly, stay out the way. Mind the business that pays you. You already know how I feel, man. And by any means, keep them sneakers clean, y'all. You know the motto. Before you go pay resale, come here and get them details. And if we catch you lacking, understand we snatching. Galaxy Foams, Flu, Navy SB4s. We got a lot of shoes coming. We got a homeboy that knows how to repair and clean them, Dr. Kicks. I will snatch them off your feet and get them to him so we can get these grails and get these big high price ticket items out the way, man. So do your due diligence. Take care of your shoes. Be easy.